Hey YouTube, I'm being a little bit quiet because the household is still asleep because it's a day off for everybody, including my son for school, and it's because of temperatures. So that's basically what I'm doing. I see a lot of videos of people doing cold starts, so why not? Let's go ahead and try to do a cold start. -5. Feels like -17. Now that just changed. It was -4. Feels like -21. Alright, so let's go out here and see what it's like. Well, the sun's out. Boy, this is thick. Whew, it's pretty crisp. Even on this porch. Not a lot of moisture on the porch. Usually I have this build up even more than that. Oh, that's locked too. Well, the salt's trying to do its job. It's kind of hard when it's this cold. And there it is, the brick of ice. I haven't started this for a little while, so it'll be interesting. Okay, here we go. My tachometer don't work because my ignition box that I had underneath the hood, no good. It went out, so I had to bypass it, and that's what the tach is hooked up to. I'm going to prime the fuel pump a few times. Okay, here we go. Ooh, it don't like it because I have a cold air intake on it and that open exhaust with those long tube headers. Let's try it again. Ooh. Wow, it's rough. It don't like it. I'm just priming the fuel pump over and over again. Apparently, the truck's not going to start. Oh well. I'll let the sun get on it. At least it's a dark colored truck, and we'll see later today if I can get this started. It is warmer than it was earlier, so let's go ahead and go out there and try to crank it over again, see what happens. Oh yeah, look at that. You can actually see the walkway a little bit more. Go ahead and prime this fuel pump again. Now I got both tanks pretty full. I think I have 3/4 in one tank and I have a full tank in the other. Anyways, one tank is got a full bottle of motor treatment, and then the other tank has some sort of an enzyme treatment. I didn't foresee this getting as cold as it is, and I don't drive the truck a lot. So when I filled these tanks, it's because the gas prices are dropping considerably. I think I think I did $50 and it filled both tanks, which was amazing. I haven't seen that for so long. Now, you know, days later, it got cold, and if I would have known, I put 89 octane in, which there's really no such thing as 89. It's just a mixture of the low stuff and the high stuff, which makes 89. What I should have done is just put the higher price stuff in the because a lot of the stations have not only added detergents in there, but they also have, you know, protection from fuel line freeze up. I think that's what's going on here, but let's go ahead and see what happens. Yeah, it's definitely fuel line freeze up. Well, you know, I didn't want this to be, I guess, a missed opportunity. I'll show you what you need to do to thaw these lines out. So in case this happens to you and you do need your vehicle, you just have to have a heat gun or a heat source of some type. I'll show you what you need to do, and we'll see if this works. One of the things you're definitely going to need for this, to do it my way, is that right there. And this is cheap, cheap, cheap. I'm going to put a link down below. You can buy these anywhere. I'm going to put a link for one on Amazon if you don't have a Harbor Freight next to you. and it's going to be the same gun. I mean, there may be some other Chinese changes to it, you know, different shape, different color, but they're all the same. They all do the same thing. Okay, so I'm trying to do this with gloves on, so if I screw up the camera, sorry about that. See, I've got the gun out here. I got it plugged into an extension cord that is not probably thick enough. It doesn't have the right gauge setting, but it'll do for now. What I'm going to do is focus my attention on the fuel lines and the fuel regulator in the back, and I'm just going to put a little heat to them. So I just need to break up the blockage wherever it may be, and first I'm going to try underneath the hood here. Put the gun on high. I'm going to get back here on the fuel pressure regulator. Get some heat going back there. I might heat up the intake because then the air that's going in the engine will be warmer. We'll try to heat the throttle body a little bit. I'll continue to do all this heating, and then I'll bring the video back whenever I'm moving to a new area. Again, the fuel line down there, I don't think I'm going to be able to get so much. It's down in that dark hole. But I'll work on this part of the fuel line in the intake. And again, I'll come back. Okay, so I've been heating everything up underneath the hood. Basically, like I said, the fuel pressure regulator, the fuel line, the plenum, the throttle body. Just about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes at the most. And we're going to try that first. No go. So now I got to get underneath the vehicle. If you remember my fuel tank video where I installed new gas tank straps and put a new fuel filter on, this is where I'm at. I'm on the driver's side, and it's cold. Let me see my breath. Anyways, here's the fuel line. You can see most of it's braided steel with a rubber coating. So what I'm going to do is try to focus my attention on the fuel line here. But then it turns into steel line and then runs up. You can see again, let me try to steady this for you. The line goes here, there, and then it runs on up to the engine. So we'll go ahead and focus on our attention on this steel part of the line here. First, the fuel filter a little bit, which I don't think the fuel filter is an issue. Good news is I don't smell any fuel whatsoever, not even a hint. I will get that gun and I'll start again lightly heating this area just to make it a little bit warm, and we'll see if that works. Okay, so I got that heated up down there. I spent like 15 minutes down there, so I am definitely cold. Let's see what happens. It's really close. Yeah, it's real close. There we go. Guess what? It started! Well, it took a little while. And let's take a look here. Yeah, 4 degrees. So it moved up 2 degrees. Maybe that 2 degrees that the temperature increased helped it start. But poor old truck. I'll try to take the truck for a little drive and we'll warm things up the right way. And that's warm up the transmission, the brakes, the wheels, the tires, the bearings, the drive shaft, everything. We'll get it all warmed up just driving it around. I'll go around my big block, I guess you'll call it. All right, so the thermostat's open and we're back close to the open road. Got a couple cars coming. We'll let them guys pass. Which it's a low traffic day, that's for sure. All right, let's open her up a little. That should warm everything up pretty good. I got everything unfrozen and went out and did a warm-up. This is the kind of stuff you get to do in the colder states. Whenever it gets real cold out, if you got a vehicle that sits outside, there's stuff you got to do to keep it going. This is one of them. So I appreciate you watching my videos. Again, click like or subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, and I'll know that you want to see more like this. Thanks.